I heard a story this week that I thought was very good for illustrating a man without hope. Adrian Rogers told it. It was on Focus on the Family. And he described a man who was very sick, went with his wife to the doctor, and they were at the doctor, and the doctor did a diagnosis, examined him, and after it was done, he asked the man to step out, and he wanted to talk with the wife. So he talked to the wife and said, "Your husband is desperately sick. He's gravely ill, and he really doesn't have much hope to live. In fact, the only hope he has, and this may be the thing that really extends his life, is that you take all stress out of his life. Every bit of potential stress, you make sure it doesn't happen." And she said, "Well, how do I do that?" Well, he said, "Get up in the morning about an hour before he does, dress, make yourself look as presentable and pretty as you can, and then when he gets up, have a nice warm meal there waiting for him, just a beautiful breakfast. And then when it's time for him to go off to work, be sure and give him a smile and a hug and a kiss as he goes off. Then encourage him to come back home early from work and give him a back rub, a nice long back rub, and then cook a wonderful meal that night. And every time," he said, "this is the most important, every time you disagree about anything, you always say you're sorry. You always tell him that he is right and that you should have seen that from the beginning." So she left the doctor, and they went home, and the man was waiting there at home, and he was anxious to hear what the doctor had said to her. And she came in, and they said, "What did the doctor say? What did the doctor say?" She thought about it and said, "The doctor said, you're going to die." She wasn't willing. He didn't have much hope.